Howdy everyone, this is Mopbot, this is Time Society, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode number 1. We are here on the new map, and it is looking pretty cool already. There are quite a few things going on around here, and unfortunately, I messed up the original intro clip and recorded the whole episode, only to find out that the first video clip had gone wrong during editing, so this is kind of just a re-recording of that, even though I already have the build all done, so the place that I'm building is on the other side of this hill here, trying to expose as least of it as possible. You can't actually see any of it, and I really don't want to be moving around too much because I don't want to give too much of a preview away. It is looking pretty cool, and the whole server is looking really pretty cool. So let's go ahead on over into the town, which is just beyond this hill here. We're really not too far away. We're going to stick right around the town this time. Going to be building our base right as a part of spawns. That's all pretty cool here. Let's go ahead on over there because there are now, the rest of the actually recorded clips that weren't messed up because I deleted the wrong clip. Yeah, just be careful, I guess, when you're deleting stuff because bad stuff can happen like this. So hopefully this just doesn't seem too horribly out of place. Okay, let's head over and actually pick up a little bit of chicken. We do already have a chicken farm here. It's going to get a bit of that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's not a huge amount, but there wasn't a whole lot in there. But I don't want to be giving away a whole lot here. I definitely want to encourage y'all to go ahead and check out the other members' channels. But just kind of a quick overview here. There's some kind of thing going on up there, and a really cool looking farming area over here. Do really like that. And holy cow, holy cow. Okay, that was an accident, but nevertheless, this area is not super developed yet. Obviously, we haven't been out here for super long, but we do already have an enchanting area, it looks like, and a couple of other buildings, and apparently a huge map. So on here, I think I would be... Where's that thing? That thing's out there. So I'd be like over here about. So maybe we should be responsible for getting the maps for that side. And Travens is over here. So nice to see him back for the next season, but it looks like maybe a road plan or something. I'm not really sure. I haven't heard a whole lot of discussion about all this stuff going on here. I don't know what all the white wool is for and whatnot. All I know is that pillar out by me off in this direction here is the pillar for kind of like the edge of this area. So that's going to expand pretty far. And then it looks like I think we're going to have stuff on each side there. That's a swamp, so yeah, maybe not too much over there because it's not optimal for building. Oh, there's actually another thing back there. That's cool. Judging by the kind of like peaks or whatnot coming off of it, it is probably more of a medieval style. So I'm definitely going to be doing medieval. I can say that much for sure, but it's going to be different from that. It's definitely going to be different from that. It's going to be pretty cool. So you can see we're not terribly far, and I'm still trying to figure out the fastest way to actually get over there. But there's that little shack from before, and then we're like right up on top of that hill. You can see all my trees right there. So I have found some inspiration. I'm going to pop over to that world now because it is pretty incredible, and it's definitely worth noting because it is absolutely amazing and will definitely be kind of the baseline for what I'm going to be doing at my base for this season. Well, does this look a little bit familiar to anyone? This is, as far as I can tell, and from what I've seen, the closest replica made in Minecraft of Hogwarts, the castle from Harry Potter. This thing is massive and super detailed. Obviously, we're not just going to be rebuilding this because A, that's their build, and B, I couldn't even do this in creative with commands, or even probably world edit, much less survival mode. So we're not going to be going all out like this, but we definitely will be taking some inspiration from this. And if it doesn't look super good right now, A, I will leave a link in the description to the person who's built this. They created a showcase video which looked absolutely amazing. Shaders, texture pack, the whole deal, music and whatnot, and it made it really look just absolutely incredible. All I can do though is I do have a resource pack here, and we'll put that on, and then we'll also put that over it. Just for now, just make it a little bit brighter, all the grass colors and whatnot. So hopefully this loads pretty quickly here. But this is just a rustic pack to look a little bit more, there we go, kind of medieval looking. Now that kind of looks really grainy. I can only imagine how it's going to look on YouTube just because of the high detail of this pack. However, you get kind of a feel for, kind of like an old medieval kind of look here. Absolutely incredible. I think that big hole up there is actually supposed to be a clock tower, so we might do something similar to that. We are going to be doing something similar to this main hall, and then we'll have other paths coming off and the tower and whatnot. You know, obviously, you know, not going to be that big. That would take forever, but we will do, you know, something smaller, kind of in the same shape. But then, you know, we might extend back here where there's not building. We might take away some parts of the building. And, of course, we're not going to do the whole thing because, like I said, it is absolutely huge. But we definitely will be trying to hit some of the main points. Like, I'll get the clock tower. Probably won't put it in the same spot, though. And just because of the terrain that we have, we're going to have to move stuff around. So it will not be exactly the same as Netherwarts, but it will be inspired by, and probably will have kind of like a cobblestone and stone brick base. And that tower looks really weird. Yeah, that's just kind of got weird lines on it and such. So we're going to go back to the regular texture pack, and we're going to hop back on over. That bridge is definitely something I want to do similar to, though. That is really cool. And I actually thought, though, there's water supposed to go all the way through. But we do have water right by our base, so maybe we could put something like that. And also the boathouse. Not going to copy like the, you know, like the orientation of the path and whatnot, but I would like to have a boathouse and then maybe just a path come on up. Could even be cool to kind of do like a train or something to kind of bring us back into the main part. But yeah, a whole lot of detail here. Do download the map and come check it out for yourself because there is some really cool stuff around here. Like I said, the link will be down in the description to the video, and within the description of that video, you can then find the world download, and it is absolutely worth it. This place is seriously cool. And probably one of my favorite builds I have ever seen in Minecraft. Okay, back on the server here. Nothing new has been done, but holy cow, does this area look absolutely crazy with the bright green on. That's pretty cool, but I'm not going to be leaving it like that. Let's go ahead and take that off. It kind of hurts my eyes. It's actually kind of some cool contrast, though, right against the stone like that. Oh, okay, that is better. That looks much more natural. So these trees were originally just for kind of cutting down and stuff, but I think I might do something a little bit more decorated at some point. For now, I still do need to keep getting my resources up. You can see I really do not have a whole lot of anything here. Don't even have diamonds yet. Managed to find one emerald and a wicked chestplate, by the way. Some great enchantments, although only gold. But anyway, I'm going to try to kind of like work out how I want to do the walls on this thing, because if you noticed on the other thing, there was like a wall, a little bit of a walkway through. I don't know if I'm going to do the walkway or not. We'll see kind of what I come up with for a design for the rest of it, but I desperately need to get up plenty of resources here. And at least I do want to say at the beginning of this season, I'm going to be doing probably a little bit less progress per episode because it is going to take me a while to do stuff, because of the lack of resources. Of course, last season we had plenty of stuff at our fingertips, beacons and whatnot, and some good armor and stuff, so it really was pretty fast to be able to do something. Now, it's really not so much the case, so that might be a little bit more talky for the first 10 or so episodes before we really start getting into it and being able to build a little bit more efficiently, and especially get further on the build, because right now I'm not too sure about how I have everything planned out, and it's going to take me a little bit of a while to probably be happy with what I'm doing, so I might have to keep changing stuff and whatnot, and that could take a while. The only benefit I really have right now is that this video is being recorded about a week and a half, I think, before the first release date, so, you know, at least I have a little bit of time to get some stuff done. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get some of that done. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, it's going to be a cobblestone base, so it could turn out kind of detail less, I guess. Kind of a plain block there, but I will definitely incorporate some other stuff and try to make it look pretty good. So as I've learned, this is going to take quite a while to do the walls here. I didn't quite complete them because they are fairly detailed, and they are looking pretty cool in my opinion, but yeah, it's going to take a little while. We're doing all three of these sides here, and then this one is actually going to be left empty. This is where the rest of the building is going to go, so I'm not going to put a wall on this one. This is going to be a little bit different from the rest. We're going to have probably more like pillars and a big gate and whatnot on here, so I'm just going to save the time instead of probably tearing it down after building it. I think this would be a much better case, but here we go. So we got so far. Like I said, I really like how this is coming along. Originally, in here I had stone bricks, and I didn't really have any wood in here at all, and it was looking very gray. Couldn't be having that. I know there's gonna be a lot of stone here, but I just did not want it to look so boring and just have all gray. So the wood really does add kind of a nice color to it. We've also got the fences going along here, all pretty nice and such. We got kind of like this arc going on here too, so we get a little bit more kind of like different shapes going on. Instead of just like having like different rectangles blocked off, we've also got, you know, kind of those arcs, and actually a couple layers, and we got the ones here, and you can even see the one behind it, and then there is another one even on the back of that. So the outside here is done the same as the inside, and it all so far looks pretty cool. Big old entrance right out the front here. In that other world that I showed y'all, the entrance was like on the side, and then you came around and it came here. I just left it all the way open. It was a little bit easier, and I think it'll be a little bit easier also to kind of plan out other stuff, because like if we had the thing on that side, we'd have to have like a path going down and around whatnot. That'd be really long. If we put it on this side, you know, it would be pretty cool, although I don't know, you'd have to like come over here, and it's kind of like opposite of the build that was in the other world, and so I just put it right in the middle and make it nice and easy to get right into the middle there. So of course we're going to finish off the rest of these, but it has taken quite a while. I did also start using the dark oak with that forest right back there, and I do really like that. I actually really like mixing the dark oak with the spruce wood. Never actually used the dark oak in a build before, and this is actually the next thing that I need to do something about, because all these farms here, they can't just be poking out like that. Did them temporarily rather, and that was all good. You know, that got me plenty of crops, and they all grew and such. But now I want to lower them down a bit, maybe at least probably 2 blocks, so that like these blocks here, the actual crop is going to be the same level as the rest of the floor. And then those would be poking a little bit higher, but right now they're kind of in the way. You can't really see a whole lot of what's behind them, and they're just kind of a little bit bothersome. So we're going to drop them down a little bit and then decorate this area up, because we've still got a lot of cobble on the floor. That's not the plan. That was just really just for kind of sketching stuff out. So yeah, still plenty to do, but I really like how this is coming along here. I'm just really happy with this. So I can already tell that this is going to be a pretty cool build, and these will be the color patterns that we're sticking with. And torches for now will be our main source of light. We'll probably at least use glowstone at some point. Still haven't been to the nether or even actually have a diamond pick yet, so you know, maybe a while before we actually get to those, but I think I'd like to use a combination of the two. I like how the torches are being used here. If we use glowstone up there, it'd be pretty odd, because you'd have like this thin little wall here and then a big bulky block of glowstone on top of that rather. And yeah, that would look pretty odd if we had them on every single one. So the torches look a little bit better, because then it just kind of keeps getting smaller as it goes up. I also tried putting fences on top of these and then the torch on top of that, but it poked up a little too high and all of that. So this is probably the best choice as far as I can tell. Underneath here, not a whole lot of things going on here. Just, you know, kind of a plain spruce ceiling there, not too fancy, but it definitely does get the job done. There's not a whole lot of room to do anything other than tile with, and tile just in ceilings does not look very good in my opinion. I also managed to get rid of using lights in the floor where I originally had displaced torches here. I now moved them up here, so they're a little bit out of the way. Maybe at some point I can like replace that to glowstone, although does that show on the other side? That's that one, yeah it would. So maybe that's not the best choice, because then we get some like weird lighting going on this side. So we'll probably just remain with the torches for now until we get maybe something else figured out, unless that's just what we stay with. That'll probably be what we stay with. It is kind of a medieval looking thing there to have the torch, so I'm definitely probably going to stick with that. So this whole thing is going to get in the way, but for now we're not going to bother with that. And I do see a skeleton horse, and I have not been up here. This could very well be a trap. I'm just going to go for it anyway. This could be a death sentence. This could very well be yet another death. And right next to lava. That's probably not the best idea. Okay. Seems like it's fine. I don't know where it would have come from, because I don't remember actually coming up on any of them. And I haven't seen any other horses like this around here. Unless maybe they just like they no longer become a trap. Oh, don't go to lava. Maybe they no longer become a trap once you've left. And this is new. I was originally going to build in the valley back here, but I wanted somewhere that's close to water. But, ooh. I mean, that's a good chunk of land there. I don't know if anybody's going to build there, but this mountain will probably come down, and then we'll have a bit more of a view of that. So my building's probably going to stretch, you know, like way up here and over to this side and maybe over to there. So I shouldn't be interfering with this, and I don't know who else is going to come out here. I should probably make sure, though, that I like mark off the area or something, so this area doesn't get taken up and then we're just like out of room, because that would be pretty tragic, actually. But that's looking pretty cool. I really like how that kind of floaty, not really floaty, but like attached to the side of the cliff. That's pretty cool. You can do some really cool things with like drops too, like that water. That could very well be like a like a water drop from the main room there, but I'm not even sure who's building that, so I'll be on the lookout for who's actually over there. But for now, this is what we have to work on. I'm going to try to finish the rest of these, though. It is taking quite a bit of resources. Went out and got tons of andesite, and already I'm starting to run out of that stuff. And then the dark oak, yeah, it's not really a problem to go get, but it does kind of take a while because I don't have a tree farm or anything. I have to go chop everything down manually, and the same dealio here for the spruce wood. The cobblestone has actually proven to be the hardest rather resource to keep a hold of, because of using the stone bricks and the stone slabs, and I did this whole thing in cobblestone. We're running a little low, and that is not good. Such an easy resource in general to collect, and yet I am struggling to keep a constant supply of it. So I do actually need to go out right now and get some more of that, but yeah, there's the progress that we're at. So I really do like how this build is coming along so far. Alright, so this is going to be about as far as we can get for this episode. Coming along pretty nicely here. We got all of the walls done, and the path inside them is all complete. Here we walk around, we can kind of see most of the thing. There is a new thing over there as well. Let's go ahead and just come on up through here. So for first off, yeah, all the walls are done, as I just mentioned, and those are looking pretty cool. That one kind of blends into the hillside behind it, so eventually this is going to come down for a new build, but that will be all good. I did also add in a couple of bushes, and using the spruce leaves for that just kind of fits in with the theme a little bit better. Don't really know about it, but here I wanted something to kind of just prevent it from having that awkward slope here between that dark oak slab there and the ground, the cobblestone beneath it. So that was kind of what I did for that. And then to fill in some empty space over here, I also just did a little bit of a bush and capped it off with some spruce slabs. Without those, it just kind of looked weird, just kind of stopping like that. You know, it's kind of transparent all the way up and then just suddenly ceases. So that was, yeah, that was a little odd. Checked a couple in here as well. And then also some chiseled stone brick. Gotta add actually a couple others along the back. I forgot about that. And we'll have some more bushes down here, and over here as well. Got the 3 farms in that just used the one high crop here, the carrot, potatoes, and wheat. Looks like they're all mostly grown. Why do we have carrots in there? That's not right. Let's fix that. Hopefully that's the only issue. No, there's another one. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Is that all? No? Alright. Why are there carrots along the back? Okay, well, these need to all be fixed here. I wonder what happened. Originally, I built this in the wrong place, and I went to kind of like, you know, like readjust where it was, and I didn't destroy the whole farm, so maybe I just grabbed the wrong crop the second time around. That was an accident. Is there more? Yeah, is that it? That better be it. Oh, and I pounced. Okay, we'll fix that later. Do I have it on me? Actually, I do. Okay, let's put the right one in there. Looking all pretty good now, and then wheat on the other side. That is just wheat. That is good. And I was thinking, actually, maybe I should put lily pads on top of these so that I don't just kind of like fall in like that. And then when we come back out here, this path will have something new going on with it. It's not going to remain cobblestone. It'll probably have some cobblestone in it, but I don't intend on leaving it just cobblestone. And yeah, I do have a hole right here. That was just to get some water for the builds. But over here, we're going to have the same thing that we've kind of done over here for these farms. Although this was going to be for sugar cane. We did have something in the way, though, so I just put off building it. It's going to be a little awkward to build that one, too. The water's got to go in some weird spots. And the sugar cane's going to grow one higher than the fence. So it's going to be a little bit taller. Kind of hide some of the stuff in the background here. But we got from my new neighbor, Enjoy. And this is from the person who is building over here. And that is Ethize. By the way, as I mentioned earlier, I wasn't quite sure who it was. Don't break the crop. Okay, let's just break out here. And that's up there. So yeah, that place is looking really neat. Actually, have not actually seen this in a little while. The roof is new, and this whole section right here is new as well. Let's actually just zoom in here. Yeah, that's looking pretty neat. Really like how it's kind of like hugging the mountain like that. Hopefully, it kind of looks like kind of consumes the whole mountain there. That'd be really neat. So that is from him. Let's go ahead and actually on over there and open that. I've got a lot of torches everywhere right now. I'm going to develop some other better way of lighting down here. Probably glowstone down here. There is now another portal, as you saw, right over there, so that's pretty easy to get to. Yeah, let's go ahead and open that. So, a diamond block, a couple of snowballs. Don't really need those for much, but then, ooh, some redstone lapis and nether quartz. Don't have any of the nether quartz yet, but I did not in this one. Back here, though, get, here we go, a couple of bits of lapis and some redstone, and I did get my first 4 diamonds as well, so that's all pretty good. Let's add now that diamond block to the collection. So, yeah, we didn't maybe get a lot of progress done here, but this did take a while because I had to A, collect the resources, and B, try to figure out exactly how to do this, because it is kind of detailed and was a little bit of a pain to do, especially work with the half slabs. Those things are really bothersome to actually work with here. So, anyway, hope you all have enjoyed. Go and subscribe for more anyway. This is Mopbot, and I'll see you all next time.